Hello, hello. Welcome to Bachelor Experts of the Upper East Side, where we will be discussing episode 5 of The Bachelor.
And we apologize we missed a couple weeks, but we're back with lots to talk about tonight.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little bit of a different format of the show this week. We're still going to start with Bachelor news, don't worry. But rather than getting stuck on going the timeline throughout the whole episode, we're going to give you a quick timeline recap, and then we can just delve into the specific dramatic issues. So It should be a little more fun for you guys to listen to.
Yeah, give you more. You already watched the episode, so
Yeah.
we're just giving you more of our commentary rather than just a recap.
Right. So in Bachelor news, we have Jade and Tanner, my favorite Bachelor couple ever, who met on Bachelor in Paradise and fell in love and are amazing and really hot. They have one baby, and Jade has been trying to get pregnant for a while. I refuse to say that they are both trying to get pregnant.
How do you know this?
Because she's been vocal about it and stuff, and
Right.
yeah, so she is pregnant with their second kid.
Nice.
More of them in the world. That makes me happy.
Our second bit of Bachelor news was a little bit in response to the actual show. So if you recall on the show, Demi called out all of Colton's past girlfriends, saying that he needs someone strong and that would challenge him. Dominant, exactly. And pretty much saying that he's never had that experience before. Now this is a direct attack against his past girlfriends, which we know are Allie Raisman, Becca, whatever her last name is, and Tia. So
Yeah.
Becca responded on Twitter with just some rolling eyes about the comment, and then Tia...
Oh, I didn't even get that before, that Becca's also one of the exes.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then Tia replied to that, "I've scared him into dating me for 3 whole days, so I don't know what's more dominant than that." Pretty hilarious.
I think that also gives us an insight into the actual timelines of Bachelor in Paradise, because they went on over that for weeks in the show, and now we know it's 3 days.
Exactly.
So funny. And finally, speaking of Bachelor in Paradise, both of which these have to do with, it was renewed for this season. So everyone can rest easy knowing that August will bring lots of true love.
And the jury's still out on Winter Games, so TBD.
Please, Chris
about
Harrison, bring us Winter Games. Although the place went out of business. The resort where they had it last year.
that.
Whoops. Let's get started with our recap portion, the timeline. So we start with a one-on-one date with Heather and Colton in Thailand at the market. Looks pretty boring, but they're cuddling, nuzzling, whatever Heather called that. To me, it just looked like they were shopping.
Exactly. Then they go to dinner, do the usual, but we'll get more into that later.
Yes.
Then we're on the group date. Still a lot of girls invited. They're playing Survivor in the jungle.
Yes, I loved this group date. Again, not much of a date, but it was amusing to watch. Hannah B just pops a bug into her mouth. Last week, she was pretending she couldn't even eat this cooked chicken foot, and now she's eating slugs.
I know. She's got some tricks up her
Yeah, I
sleeve
don't
for
trust
sure.
her.
And putting her and Demi in the same group for Survivor, pretty hilarious, and because they're such scheming individuals.
Yeah, true.
And they played it right. They went to go get the burger.
That was
Colton
good.
loved it. No
Good
one.
for them.
Yeah.
There was gonna be no prize for them, or no reward if they won anyway. So good move. They got some drinks. We did that on our IBM training actually. We were supposed to, not me and Ross, but me and my group, we were supposed to do a scavenger hunt throughout some town.
Ended up in a bar.
And we ended up in a bar, and then we went on the app and found the other people's answers
Wow.
or Googled them. I don't know.
You would thrive on this show.
Yeah, so moral of the story is we would thrive. Then
Cassie's one-on-one date.
yeah, in between there, we'll get into it more later, but Elise leaves.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Cassie's one-on-one. Whew, that was hot and heavy.
True. Not much dialogue.
Yeah,
A
not
lot of
much at
kissing.
all. I mean, they really do seem to have good chemistry, and I do like her a lot. She seems like a good, a nice person. She seems fun, and I saw her Instagram post or something that she was watching the episode in her room with her dad.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's
Awkward.
I don't think I breathed one time.
Yeah, because she also opens up about being not being a virgin,
Yeah.
and saying this is a little awkward for me to share.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
Yeah,
for sure.
a little bit. And then finally, the cocktail party where we had some drama between Anyeka and Nicole.
And the most dramatic cliffhanger yet.
I just would love, I would love to be a girl on this season because there just seems to be so much good girl drama. Like, I wouldn't want to be involved in it. But, like, that is so exciting. They're sitting there and, like, trying to figure out who's going where.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It sounds like a blast.
To me, it seems fun. Are we just going to ignore the fact... What are you doing?
Just imitating her.
Oh. Are we just going to ignore the fact that Kirpa had a Band-Aid on her chin the entire time? Like, cocktail party, group date, interviews... Mm-hmm. Just no mention. Like, a full-on Band-Aid.
Honestly, like, they didn't show what happened. And it seemed like it
did happen?
Well, we found out later, apparently. Because I'm sure enough people were asking on ABC what happened to Kirpa's chin. So they released a deleted scene, and she explains that she was trying to take a basic girl picture on a sunset, slips and falls, and...
On a rock, right?
Yeah, on a rock.
Okay.
And does a number on her chin and arm, apparently.
Yeah, and they don't even show the arm. I feel so bad. Kirpa's probably like, finally, I'm going to at least make it on the show, some screen time, because I just almost cracked my head open.
True, but it might earn some pity points with Colton, so
That's
she might
true.
stick around another week.
And people might want to follow her on Instagram to see if the picture ever made it.
True.
So we have some exciting inside scoop about Heather.
Wow. The girl who's never been kissed.
Yes, the girl who's never been kissed, who went on the one-on-one today and snuggled in the market. Apparently, so our friend's friend from high school was dating a guy for, I don't know, it was like a high school relationship. And apparently that relationship ended because Heather kissed her boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, like Heather went to their high school. And so, I don't know, maybe it's a semantics issue where she's saying, like, I've never been kissed, but maybe she's kissed someone.
True.
Do you think that's it?
I don't know, but that's groundbreaking.
I know.
In the world in Bachelor Nation.
And I just feel like Colton would be so heartbroken if he knew, especially being how heartbroken he keeps getting.
Sarah, all he asked for is honesty and openness. And if she's not being that, then she's got to go.
That's true.
Oh, Elise. Apparently you've never seen the show before. You walked yourself out the door.
Yes, she walked herself out the door, I think thinking Colton would follow her. But especially where I feel like she's never seen the show before is that the group date card is being called out. And she's like heartbroken that she didn't get the one-on-one date, but in a way that she actually seemed to expect to get another one-on-one date.
I know. Like, you know, there's a lot of girls still here, Elise. Like, you might get a one-on-one down the road again, but you already had that time. Don't expect it anytime soon.
Yeah. And I really do think when she was saying bye, she was expecting him to leave with her. And, I mean, you basically pointed my attention to it that he didn't really seem to be...
No.
Caring too much as she was leaving. I mean, I think he cared, but he really wasn't even saying anything to even try to stop her.
No, he was really just like, does that mean you're leaving? Oh.
She's like, I don't want to do this. And he's like, bye. You just made my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because to me, she was one of the ones that was never going to make it to like the final two or whatever. True. But like, I think he really liked her. So I think he knew maybe in his heart that he was going to say goodbye to her at some point, but was going to have a hard time doing it because he literally loves everyone he's ever met on the show, at least.
And let's be honest, if he got invited to a hometown back in Alaska, that might be some logistical nightmares.
Flight. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe since Elisa's plan of getting Colton to leave with her, run away with her on the spot, backfired, she felt the need to plant these seeds of drama before leaving.
Yeah, seriously. Elise had nothing to gain from this outside of just letting Onyekin know some lies is what it seems like.
Now, I just don't understand why Tasia, who seemed to have been involved in this conversation, this supposed alleged conversation, and basically said, no, that's not what went down. Why didn't she just go tell Colton? Or, like, why did none of the girls consult her to be like, hey, can you just tell him that I never said that? It seems like it would have just squashed the whole thing.
Seriously, it's a zero-sum game is really what we learned out of this, is that even though Tasia has critical information, it's not in her interest to get involved, so she's out.
Also, I don't know, you just gotta know that being involved in the drama never really results in you winning the show.
No. I mean, when they're over there screaming at each other and Colton hears that,
so funny.
That's not helping either of your chances.
All I want to do. Oh, and then at the one point when Colton sits down on the couch and is like, keep going, Nicole just literally starts. I would have been like, oh no, it's okay. Like, we figured it out. She just starts immediately continuing the fight with Anika. It was amazing. All the other girls must have been loving. I mean, they were loving it. I was loving it. I would have been so fun to be a fly on the wall in this.
You said that literally right before Demi said
Yes, I did. She's so funny, by the way. Demi is quickly climbing up the ladder of my favorite people on this season. But yeah, like, there's just so much good drama. Like, they're like, who's going where? Colton's getting involved, blah, blah, blah. It's dramatic and it is great.
That's why we watch it.
But either way, there's no rose ceremony this week for that reason, and we have to wait in suspense until next week. So we ditched our boring AF BFL game for a power ranking segment where Ross and I will tell you who we think is in the lead.
Exactly. And this is up to change every single week, so none of these picks are locked in.
Wow, thanks, babe, for clarifying.
You're welcome. But so, as of right now, after 5 episodes, I'm saying Kaylin's my number 1, followed by Hannah G. A close second, Hannah G.
You think Kaylin is number 1 right now?
I do. I think that they have a strong connection. She had a little bit of a week off in terms of dialogue and what we saw, but I still think she's a front runner.
Did you see his date with Cassie?
I did.
Did you see the butt grab that occurred in the water? Or on the floating island?
This is true, but again, I think long term, Kaylin's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, she might be, but I don't think Colton is.
We'll see. But we have a couple other differences you can see there on the screen.
Mainly, I don't have Heather, and Ross doesn't have Tasia.
Yes.
But, like, I love Heather, but I don't think that she's going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after finding out our inside scoop. But no, I mean, I just, like, I think she's really well-spoken, and I think she's really pretty, and I do want her to make it, but I just don't. I have a feeling she's going to be maybe gone.
And a notable contestant who's missing is Demi. Neither of us chose Demi, which is kind of interesting. She's gotten a lot of screen time.
Yeah, but the one who gets the screen time, like, for that reason, they don't win. It's like Corinne. Like, okay, she looks like she's the villain.
But Corinne got a hometown, which is top 4.
Oh, that's true.
So.
I could see Demi making it top 4, too. I know I didn't say that, but I could also see that. But that's the thing. There's a lot of girls this season who are doing well that Colton seems to love because he just loves everyone.
Plus, a hometown to Demi might be a prison visit. Could be great.
That would be incredible. Almost like the time when Blake said, my mom cheated on my dad with the English teacher.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
And then his mom was there at the hometown visit, and we had to pretend like it was not awkward.
Yeah. Well, if you would like, send us your top 5. Tell us how we're wrong.
Oh, and Hannah, do that. Hannah B, we forgot to say, said she's falling in love with Colton today.
Oh, that's right. I guess that's why we put her at 5.
Maybe, yeah. Because that'll sneak you up in there.
It will. It'll get you a rose for a couple weeks, but then eventually everyone's going to start saying it.
The dust settles.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
I'm calling it now. This is going to be the week when every girl is falling in love or can see themselves stumbling into love with Colton. So take a drink when someone says it, and that could be whether they're falling in love or can see themselves falling in love or any variation thereof.
Hannah B started the snowball down the mountain.
Yes.
They're all going to fall very quickly.
They're all falling.
So thanks for tuning in to Bachelor Experts of the Upper East Side.
Yes. This was episode 5. We have quite a few weeks to go, luckily. And just, we hope you've been enjoying this. Again, send your feedback to us. Send your power rankings. Send us encouraging messages or discouraging messages, whatever you want. But,
exactly. What do you want to see on here?
Yeah.
And also, we made a Twitter, so it should be on the screen now, and follow us there.
Yes. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, and have a great week.